Okay, so I know there are plenty of pentatonic licks and tricks all over the internet, but today I wanted to share with you a little way of expanding your vocabulary just by using one lick, so you don't have to learn dozens and dozens of them. This will include a little bit of theory knowledge, but don't be afraid, I will break it down for you. So there are 7 modes in a major scale. 3 of them are major, 3 of them are minor, and 1 of them is useless. So major modes have a major pentatonic within them, as it has the root, second, the third, the fifth, and the sixth. Minor modes, however, have a minor pentatonic scale because it has the root, minor third, fourth, fifth, minor seventh. So this simply means that you have 3 major pentatonics and 3 minor pentatonics in every key. So let's say we are in the key of A major. The major pentatonics will be A, D, and E, and the minor pentatonics will be B, C sharp, and F sharp. So here's a trick. If you have a pentatonic lick, you could potentially move it around the other 2 pentatonics using the same shape, the same fingering, just up or down the neck. Let's try with minor pentatonic first. So we'll have a B minor pentatonic lick, just using that first position. And the lick sounds something like this. So I have a backing track that's in a B kind of Dorian vibe. So we're using the chords B minor 7 to E. And the mother scale would be an A major, so we're sticking with the same key. So if I were to play that lick in the B minor pentatonic, it would sound as before. But as we said before, we still have 2 other pentatonics that we can use. So the next one will be C sharp minor pentatonic. So I'm playing exactly the same lick, I'm just moving everything up by 2 frets. So it goes. And then we have an F sharp minor pentatonic, which is right here. So we're playing the same thing. If you want, you can play it up, all the way up here. So now we have 3 licks, but we're only really playing 1. And at the moment, to you, it may seem that it's the same lick, just played in 3 different keys. So let's try to play all 3 licks with the backing track and see what they sound like. So let's start with a B minor. Let's try C sharp minor. Okay, and let's try F sharp minor. To higher. We got 3 licks, but you're actually playing just 1 and they all sound completely different. So the safest one is the B minor. And then with the other 2 pentatonics we can add different flavors, but it's so easy to use it because we're just using the same shape. Okay, let's try with the major pentatonic now. We're going to stick with the same key, so A major, and as I said before, we have 3 major pentatonics, which would be A, D, and E. And the lick will sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1. Now the backing track is kind of going between the 2 chords, which is the E over D, and going back to D. And this kind of creates a bit of a Lydian sound, which is the 4th mode of the major scale. So let's try to play it with the backing track, and then we'll start with an A major pentatonic, then move to D, and then move to E. So let's see. 2, 4. So as you can hear, 3 positions sound completely different, but I didn't play a different lick. I played the same lick, I just moved it up or down the neck. So I ended up using a different collection of notes from the same pool or key, which consequently gave me a varied sound. So you can use this little trick not only to play the same lick in 3 different positions, but also improvising in general. You do have to be careful with where you resolve your licks and melody lines. Sometimes when you use the same shapes and move around the fretboard, that may lead you to land on the weaker notes of the chords of the backing track that you're playing around. So like with everything, you really want to listen and see what works with each chord progression that you're working with. So I hope this inspires you to explore this idea further, and most importantly, come up with something really cool using this trick. So have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.